I'm Tim Stevens, and this is the 2025 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2. It's Chevy's latest salvo in the off-road performance wars, and it is loaded with toys. But is it enough to stand up to Ford's Ranger Raptor? We're going to give you all the numbers, and we'll run it through the full Capital One review treatment to find out. Under the hood, we have a 2.7-liter turbocharged inline-4 connected to a 2-speed transfer case with locking differentials front and rear. It does 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. It does 16 miles per gallon in the city, 16 on the highway, and 16 mpg combined. On all four corners, we have 17-inch B-Lock wheels wrapped in 35-inch all-terrain tires. Out back, drop the tailgate, we've got a spray-in bed liner here, plus a full-size mounted tire there, and a 110 outlet on the side here too. There's 1,423 pounds of payload and a 6,000 pound tow rating. Inside the Colorado ZR2, we have dual displays, an 11-inch gauge cluster behind the steering wheel, and an 11.3-inch touchscreen here with integrated navigation and Google services, but you can bring your own through either Android Auto or Apple CarPlay wirelessly with a wireless cell phone charger to keep that thing topped up while you're using it. We've got a dual zone climate control system, heated and ventilated seats, and also a heated steering wheel too. All right, that's all the details on the Colorado ZR2. Let's go play in the dirt. Coming up to speed in the Colorado ZR2, but this isn't just any ZR2. The ZR2 is special enough as it is, but this is one with the Bison package layered on top of that, which gives us even more advanced suspension and some other nice toys on here as well, which makes it even more capable off-road. Whether you go with just the quote-unquote base ZR2, which is not base by any means, or this Bison edition, you're getting some of the most advanced off-road suspension in any production car, really at any price point, never mind at a relatively affordable price point. The Multimatic dampers on this thing are almost bespoke, basically. They are incredibly good. I'm flying over some really rough washboard right now at 60 miles an hour and nothing. And that's really remarkable how good these dampers are. I've hit some big bumps out here. We've done some rock crawling as well. And this thing is just incredibly smooth. But probably even more impressive is that even out on road, the ZR2 doesn't really lose any of those manners. It's still incredibly calm and comfortable and smooth out there as well. And that's helped, of course, by having those giant tires on there with those big meaty sidewalls. That means if you go over speed bumps or separation joints in the highway, that kind of thing, the tire is going to absorb a lot of that for you. But the suspension does a great job of absorbing it too, which means this is a very comfortable truck just to drive around day to day. If you can get up in it. Probably the least comfortable part of this truck is climbing up in this thing. There's no real running boards on the side to help you in there. So if you are short of stature, you may struggle to find yourself getting up in this, at least struggle to get up in this thing gracefully, we'll put it that way. Now I'm out here driving on a pretty high speed dirt course right now, but if I'm honest, I think the ZR2 is actually a little bit happier going lower speed stuff on the rocks. Now this Multimatic suspension is fantastic out here, but between that and the somewhat lack of horsepower of this truck compared to something like the Ranger Raptor, for example, I mean, this is a truck that struggles a little bit more on the high speed stuff. Low speed stuff, you can use all the torque in this truck and everything else to power over obstacles without any trouble. But out here on the course, when I'm going a little bit higher speed, the turbo lag is a little bit annoying, and the transmission is just a little bit reluctant to give me the gear that I want when I want it. So when I put my foot down, coming out of the corner, it feels like there's a good second delay before I get all the power that I want to get myself out of the corner. But it's still, still an incredibly good time. All right, we stepped off the Rallycross course and found some much more rugged terrain to see how this thing is at lower speed, because I think it'll be a little bit happier there. I'm going to go ahead and drop this down to 4 low. So okay, we've got the transfer case 4 low. I'm going to lock the differentials here, and it's probably not going to want to turn. Sure enough, it does not want to turn, but that's good. That means all my diffs are working. So now I've got, again, 4 low transfer case, which means I've got a lot more effective torque coming out of the engine. It's much happier, accelerating more quickly. And let's see how this thing does with all that grip over some pretty aggressive terrain here. All right, here we go, straight up. Yeah, okay, absolutely. This thing is definitely incredibly happy at low speeds, which is definitely much in line with my thinking as well. That Multimatic suspension does a great job of keeping the tires on the ground as much as possible. And so the truck's happier there, but honestly, I think I'm happier on the Rallycross course myself. Now, compared to the Ranger Raptor, The ZR2 is available for a fair bit less money. You can definitely get one cheaper, but if you layer on the Bison package, which turns this thing into an absolute off-road monster, then you're looking at a premium. Which is the better for you? Well, if you're looking for more low-speed off-road stuff, I'd say the ZR2 is probably the better pick. If, on the other hand, you want to go for more high-speed stuff, that's where the Ranger Raptor might be the better choice as well. But either way, you got yourself a great truck.